they stand fit and no they follow. Won't pay me your mom, papa low. If you don't know, make you ask, I do go. Where do they body? I been doing this in Dante. Ibanuje o, go back say what's other one. Whatever you do, hope say you they make the rubber. I don't get time for wahala, I dey give visa. I will, I'm on my way. That's it, yo. Lale Friday, Ibiza, will. I'm on my way. That's it, yo. Lale Friday, 50-50, we go share a man, no like Ojoro. You don't get as you go do, I go know your color. I get to your color, even when I shy you. My best soldier, yeah, madam, duro. Where do they body? I be doing this in Dante. Ibanuje o, go back say what's other one. Whatever you do, hope say you they make the rubber. I don't get time for wahala, I dey give visa. I will, I'm on my way. That's it, yo. Lale Friday, Ibiza, will. I'm on my way. That's it, yo. Lale Friday, Ibiza, I will. I'm on my way. That's it, yo. Lale Friday, Ibiza, will. I'm on my way. That's it, yo. Lale Friday. 50-50, we go share a man, no like Ojoro.
Tune into the King of Songs and Blues.
I'll be on the phone, calling you tonight. I wanna make you show me, make we know the fight. I don't wanna sleep alone, wanna hold you tight, but I fool my eyes, but I'll be alright. Forever, on my laptop, on my keto, on my sheet on. Say them go feel it, them go run it down. Them go hold it, them go. Say them go feel it, them go run it down. Them go hold it, them go. I'll be talking to myself, and I don't even notice. She got me feeling like a zombie, and she dey shoot like Chuck Norris. The way she put that body down, you got me falling truly. I just touched down when I see you now. I've been on the phone, calling you tonight. I wanna make you show me, make we know the fight. I don't wanna sleep alone, wanna hold you tight. I fool my eyes, but I'll be alright. Forever, on my laptop, on my keto, on my sheet on. Say them go feel it, them go run it down. Them go hold it, them go. Say them go feel it, them go run it down. Them go hold it, them go.
Wow, it is another great Saturday and it's just so special. I feel not just so excited right now, but I'm also very curious about what is going to happen today. Hello, entrepreneurs. Welcome to the AY How We Do It here. And if you are just joining us for the first time, This is a time when you get to remind your friends, our friends, families, colleagues, and every single entrepreneurs around us across the world that the AYE Entrepreneurs Assembly is live. So share the link to this meeting, which has been dropped in the chat room, or type www.ayeorganization.com/assembly. So I'm also just going to start doing that now. So you can also do that as well. Switch on your cameras and let us quickly get that done. So it is the first Saturday in the month of May, and it is surely going to be a very fantastic month already. So while we share to invite others, let us quickly hear some more music from our favorite DJ, right? DJ Kids, let us feel it, let us feel it, feel it.
Over them all. If they want tongue Goliath, I be David for life. Oluwade my side. Over them all. If they want tongue Goliath, I be David for life. Oluwade my side. Over them all. Over them all. Over them all. Over them. Over them all, over them all, over them all, over them. I dey sit my mattel, I been down with my cartel. Number one, no forget. If you dey vex, make you go kick a bucket. Oh no, I know fit fake it too. I swear to God, they know fit change me. Them go run back for my mess, you. But them won't play me like Messi. Shake me. They call my phone, let me they come my home. That feel like slow, but I fly over them like drone. Oh no, over them all. If they want tongue Goliath, I be David for life. Oluwade my side. Over them all. If they want tongue Goliath, I be David for life. Oluwade my side. Over them all, 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 over them. Too many blessings me I know fit to. If then they wait, make them see me flop. Them go wait till thy kingdom come. We carry gun, me a carry bomb. We go to shock them like high tension. Who knows say Uncle them like go become governor. You know say God in my back every time I come true. That's true. We fake it too. I swear to God they know fi change me. Them go come back for my mess you. But them won't play me like Messi. Shake me. Let me they call my phone. Let me they come my home. That feel like slow. But I fly over them like drone. Oh no. If they want tongue Goliath, I be David for life. Oluwade my side. If they want tongue Goliath, I be David for life. Oluwade my side.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, DJ Kids. And thank you for inviting more entrepreneurs. Yes, the community is getting bigger and I really love it. I love the fact that we are getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day. But of course, we have some people who are just joining us for the first time today. So we want to show you one amazing thing. I'm sure we and you can see our beautiful background. You can see my background. You can see our background and our beautiful faces. Yes, we learned that here. So what you're seeing now, we learned that in the community. We would like to also teach you, which will also be useful for you in your business in this world and in everything you do in life generally. All right. So if you're yet to turn on your camera, please do so. I can see so many cameras on already. Well done. Kindly turn on your camera, and I would like to also show you how to do that while we watch the how to attend the Zoom meeting. And after that, I'll be right back.
How to attend an online video meeting. Number 1, always stay in the center of the screen. Your face should be in the middle of the screen, not at the top or at the bottom of the screen. Number 2, your camera should always be at face level, maintaining a distance of 30 centimeters or an arm length from the screen. Number 3, your lighting should always be in front of you, not behind you. Number 4, always use the landscape option when using the video call option on your phone. Number 5, your background should be simplistic with plain decor. This keeps the attention of the audience focused on you. Number 6, always make sure there are no moving objects or people behind you while you're in an active meeting. Number 7, always keep your camera on. It is considered unprofessional and in most gatherings unacceptable to leave your camera turned off. Number 8, remember to switch off your mic or mute it when not actively participating in a conversation or dialogue. Number 9, always check to make sure your name and company name appear on the window tab. Number 10, always try to be still. Avoid making too many movements or fidgeting during a meeting. Number 11, eating food or having a snack during a video session is considered rude and indecent. However, having a glass of water, tea, or coffee is acceptable. Number 12, when speaking, also try to maintain a normal tone or pitch. Never shout or speak erratically. Number 13, be on time and ready. Make sure you have everything set up 10 minutes ahead of the appointed time. Number 14, always look smart. Dress appropriately, you never know who's watching. Number 15, always let the team know when you're done speaking by indicating I'm done or thank you. Number 16, do not exceed your time limit. Number 17, always have your pen and notepad ready so you can take down important points and highlights of the meeting. This is very important. Number 18, make sure all the necessary devices are functional and running, such as your mic, camera, speakers, and internet connection. Also check your device battery status to make sure they are fully charged. Number 19, always stay focused and attentive during the meeting. Avoid multitasking so you don't get yourself and others distracted. Number 20, most importantly, try to be yourself. Stay calm and smile. Thank you. This video was brought to you by Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, AYE, the largest entrepreneurship network in Africa.
Thank you so much for that video on how to attend a Zoom meeting. So if you are here to turn on your camera, kindly do so. Of course, I know you must have been doing that already while the video was being played, all right? So if you are here to get yourself a good background, kindly do so now and be like us, look like a real member of the AYE community. Get yourself a good light, sit up properly, and you are not expected to also be in or your bed at this time. Put on your camera, put on that beautiful smile, and boom, you're ready for the meeting. So if you're just joining us today, today is the day we have a very special evening like this one with our president and founder, Dr. Smith Smart Francis. Every fourth Saturday of the month, we get to listen to him, and I'm very sure I'm not the only one right now expecting that we are into Beggars Money already. I feel so excited, and I can't wait to really hear him speak. All right, so this is Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization, the largest entrepreneurship network in Africa. We hold the Entrepreneurs Assembly every Saturday at 6 p.m. GMT plus 1. We welcome you to the AYE community, welcome you to the AYE Assembly, where Africans from across Africa and the world gather in one single space. So just imagine this very great ideas, motivation, innovation, network, friendship, and collective ideas, success that we will share by just coming together like this. So I would say you're blessed to be here, and you are definitely in the right community. Last week's assembly was super great. It was a virtual market day and we had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. I got so many feedbacks during the week about how the session was a lot more. I hope you wouldn't miss the next, but you are definitely in the right community. Relax and just follow through this session. It is time to take our members' creed. And this is like one of the most exciting moments for me at the assembly every Saturday because I see the members' creed, as a prayer, confession, and affirmation. And today, to take us on the members' creed is my African brother from Sierra Leone. His name is Fode, and I would like to invite Fode right to the stage as it takes us on the members' creed. Fode, the floor is yours. Please kindly unmute yourself. You can go ahead, Fode.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Creed. Firstly, yes. Are you getting me?
We can hear you.
I want to say thank you to each and everyone for joining the General Assembly. To each and everyone for joining, fellow African entrepreneurs for joining our General Assembly. My responsibility is to take the membership creed. But firstly, I just want each and everyone this membership creed is an affirmation of our commitment to Africa and also AYE. So as we go about to take our membership creed, I want to encourage each and everyone to just take the membership creed symbol as we go about to take the membership creed, and you can read after me the membership creed. So, are we ready? I am an African young entrepreneur. I believe in Africa. I am in love with Africa. I am proud of Africa, and I will prosper in Africa. I am an African for a purpose. And for that purpose, I am an African for a purpose. And for that purpose do I live.
And for that purpose
I believe in the development of our great continent.
I believe in the development of our great continent.
I am solemnly promised to uphold the vision, values, and goal of Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization.
I solemnly promise to uphold the vision, values, and goals of Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization.
I promise to love and support my fellow Africans.
I promise to love and support my fellow Africans.
I promise to promote the United Africa everywhere I go because I believe that.
I promise to support a United Africa everywhere I go because I believe that.
If you can achieve this much alone,
how much more can we
achieve together?
So
I want to say thank you guys for taking the membership with me, and thank you to the moderator as well for giving us the opportunity.
Haki
Welcome back, African entrepreneurs, and good evening, everyone. My name is Emanuela Daniel, and I'm here to tell us a little bit more about our community, AYE. So for those of us who are just joining in for the first time, Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Organization is the largest entrepreneurship network in Africa, with footprints across 20 African countries. It was established in the year 2012, and since then it has identified, showcased, and also empowered budding and emerging entrepreneurs across the continent to either commence or scale their businesses, doing all of this by providing them with the relevant resources which they require, such as business funding, executive masterclass in entrepreneurship development, mentorship, access to angel investors, and of course, networking. Our vision in AYE is to develop, showcase, and empower African entrepreneurs for poverty eradication, for job creation, and lastly, for economic development. Our mission is to create or to build a platform where African entrepreneurs can come together just like this in order to collaborate, to network, to trade, and also be trained to become greater and better, and to be able to favorably compete with other developed countries. Now, if you're not yet a member of AYE, I encourage you to visit the link www.ayeorganization.com in order for you to become an active member and also for you to be able to enjoy all the amazing benefits which this organization has to offer you. I'm certain that the website has been dropped in the chat room, so all you need to do is copy it, wait till after the assembly, and make sure you register and become a member. So I'm sure a lot of people have been asking questions like, what do I stand to gain, or what do I stand to benefit by becoming a member of AYE? Well, I'm happy to inform you today that you have access to business support packages, business information, loyalty patronage, and business networking. In addition to all these amazing benefits which I've just listed, you also have the support of this organization whenever you may need it. Because you know that here we're like a family, so whenever you need us, we will be there to support you and we'll be there to help you in your entrepreneurial journey. Like I said earlier, becoming a member is very, very easy and seamless. All you need to do is visit the link www.ayeorganization.com and register. Today, I'm looking forward to connecting with all the amazing brothers and sisters from all across Africa, and I'm very, very excited about today's assembly. African entrepreneurs, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to today's assembly.
Into the sun, there is more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done. Ooh, there is far too much to take in here, more to find than can ever be found, but
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for that video. The circle of life connects all of us in Africa and it is bringing us back to each other. And in this circle, we found a YU community that pushes us to be better and stay connected. I can see so many cameras on. Thank you for actually following the how to attend the Zoom meeting instructions. It's so, so, so nice to see all these beautiful faces right here this beautiful evening. So if you are yet to have your own camera turned up, kindly do so now and be professional. Don't forget that it is a year of professionalism. Rename yourself and let's see your beautiful smile as well. Know you by your name. Thank you so much for always joining us. It is time for birthday celebrations. If you are born in May, can I see these reactions already? Can I see your hands up? If you know you are born in May, May celebrants, where are you? Where is everyone? May celebrants, where are you? Okay, I can see some hands up already. Let the hands keep coming up. May celebrants, keep coming up, keep coming up. We want to celebrate with you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, all right. Wow, wow. I can see Grace. I can see Raji. Okay, all right. So we just want to celebrate with you right now. Okay, DJ Kids, are we ready? Are we ready to give the celebrants some very nice music right now? Okay, please take us right into the dance floor. Let's have some cue music as we celebrate the May celebrants. Thank you. Okay. I'm sure the JK is trying to get us a very good song already. Okay, okay. Oh, wow, Sandra. May celebrant, happy birthday! For the happy birthday, Isma, happy birthday. Happy birthday to the May celebrants. Okay, all right. DJ Kids. Or should we just do our songs ourselves? Should we just do our song ourselves? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Who can join me right now? Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord, may Aisha, happy birthday. May the good Lord, may the good Lord bless you.
Est là pour toi, joyeux anniversaire. On est tous venus ce jour pour ton anniversaire. On vient tous de loin pour que ton anniversaire soit une réussite en ce jour, donc happy birthday. Faut te lever pour danser, happy birthday. Personne n'est fatigué, happy birthday. Avec toi on va s'enjailler, happy birthday. Bouge c'est maintenant ça commence, aujourd'hui c'est ton jour, happy birthday. Ça vous gagne des happy birthday sans s'arrêter, parce que c'est ton anniversaire. Il n'y aura pas de poisson si on a checké, hein. J'espère que tu as envoyé le cadeau, hein. Tes amis sont là, ta famille est là, les tontons sont là, les tontines aussi sont là, tous les parrains sont là, les marraines aussi sont là. En tout cas, faut pas t'inquiéter, nous on a su la soirée pour toi. Chantez. Personne n'est fatigué, avec toi on va s'enjailler. Bouge ma reine, aujourd'hui c'est ton jour. Et ça vous gagne des sans s'arrêter.
fait que anniversaire en tout cas faut pas t'inquiéter, nous on a su la soirée pour toi. Chantez. Personne n'est fatigué, avec toi on va s'enjailler. Bouge ma reine, aujourd'hui c'est ton jour. Et ça vous gagne et sans s'arrêter, parce que c'est ton anniversaire. Je vous laisse un petit synthé pour vous en santé. On the trap.
Thank you so much, DJ Kid. Thank you for playing us a very beautiful song. Happy birthday to all the May celebrants. We love you. We celebrate with you. We wish you a greater year, greater success, greater achievements in the new year. Good luck. It is time to share our testimonials. Wow, I'm so always very excited when it comes to testimonials. I like to hear good news. I like to hear what has happened in the course of the week with your business. How did you get the promotion you got? How did you get to make more sales in your business during the week? It is time to share our testimonials. Of course, we do this every first Saturday of the month, like we are doing already right now, where we get to share our testimonials physically than just reading. The other Saturdays we just get to read from our emails, but today you get the chance to actually say by yourself with your face showing, telling us about what actually happened to you during the course of the week. So I would like to see our hands up. If you have testimonies to share right now with the community, kindly use the reaction button, raise your hands. We want to hear what happened in your business. What did you do that made that testimony, like the testimonial, actually, happened? How did it happen? What did you do? So we can also learn in the community to also make things happen, in our own life and businesses. So in 1 minute, who is ready to share? I'm so excited, and as well, I'm really so eager. I can't wait for Mr. President to start speaking already right now. So in 1 minute, if you have testimonies to share, kindly raise your hands. Okay, I can see some hands coming up. All right, I can see some hands coming up. All right, let's keep coming. Let's keep coming up. So while we have more hands, being raised, I would like to quickly read 1 or 2 testimonials here that I have. So I have one here that says, I joined the assembly for the first time last Saturday, and I had never experienced that kind of atmosphere in all my times of attending online meetings. It was an unusual experience. AYE, thank you for this great platform. This is from Inzel. Wow, what a great testimonial. Yeah, what a great testimonial. So, okay, I think I would like to go with Fode. All right, Fode, in 1 minute, kindly share with us your testimonial. What happened? How did it happen? What did you do that made it happen? All right, go ahead and share your testimony.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. First, I just want to share with colleague Africans that I had a contract with GIZ to develop business plans, and I've been working on this contract. But I'm delighted to announce that I successfully completed in developing 126 business plans for Africa, Sierra Leonean entrepreneurs in Sierra Leone. And we've also helped them to support them with some seed funds to help them grow their business, because the purpose of the contract was to help them develop a growth strategy that will help them escalate their business into another level. That's one. And secondly, I also just want to share with the house, I was doing my master's in international project management, which has been keeping me away a bit from the assembly, but I've successfully completed that master's program, and I will do my convocation in July 14 in Spain. So this is just the good news I have and I want to share. I was able to do this with dedication, commitment, and support from my team. And I just want to encourage all. Work with your team, then you definitely will succeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Fode. Thank you for sharing with us. And greater achievements, we pray for you. So in 1 minute, Abubakar, in 1 minute, not more than 1 minute, kindly share with us what your testimony is. In 1 minute. Thank you. Okay, I think it's not there. Okay, I would like to read another testimonial that we have right here. Okay, we have another one that says, hello, AYE. I just want to say thank you, guys. You're doing a very fantastic job. I would love to visit Nigeria soon. Wow. And also get to connect with the organization in person. I've really been impacted by all the amazing sessions at the assembly, especially one of Mr. President's session on wrestling against flesh and blood from Ayambo from Kenya. Wow, this is really, really great. Wrestling against flesh and blood, trust me, was a bomb. I'm still yet to recover from that session right now. So thank you for this wonderful testimonial. Do we have any other questions? Okay. Okay, don't forget to always send in your testimonials, to our mail every week. We get to read them on Saturday, and next week might just be your own turn. All right, so it's time to recognize some special people among us. We are all special, of course, but we have this first timer. We have people who are just joining us for the first time. We want to show them some love, the AYE love. We want to show them the AYE love. You're welcome. Everyone, it's time to send our first timer some love. Kindly use the love reactions to welcome them in. Use the love reaction right in front of you. Let's keep the love reaction coming up. Yeah, Sandra, I can see your love right there. Let's keep the love reaction coming up. All right, we want to really appreciate them. Okay, we want to say thank you for choosing AYE. Thank you for joining us. We are a community of people. We love each other. We do things together. We achieve things together. We support each other. All right, so this is where we get to renew our minds every new week. So you are definitely in the right space. You are definitely in the right community. I want to see more love reactions coming up. Let's welcome our first timer. Use a love reaction. Let it come up on your screen. Yes, you can use the reaction button. Just click on it, and of course you will see the love emoji, and just click on it and it will show. All right, yeah, I can see some love already. So this is for you, our first timer. We say thank you. We say we love you. We say we are a community of people that you will love it here. All right. Okay. Now it is time. I don't know. Is anybody really so excited the way I'm excited right now? It is time. Yes, I can see the thumbs up. It is time. Africa's entrepreneurs all gathered in this room. Yes, now is that moment we all have been waiting for. I personally have been waiting for this day since like 2 weeks now. I am ready. I am already having goosebumps all over me. Okay, sometimes I just tell myself, calm down for Saturday. Saturday will soon be here. Just calm down and you will hear all about Beggars Money. Africa's entrepreneurs with the AYE Club, wherever you are. You cannot be distracted at this time. You can't be distracted, no. With the AYE Club, join me as I make welcome Mr. President and founder, Dr. Sumi Smart Francis, to the stage. You're welcome, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm just checking out my mic to make sure that my sound is clean. Thank you so much. Beautiful faces. I'm saying, confirm that I'm loud and clear. Who's my sound check person now? Confirm you can hear me loud and clear. Let me see a lot of beautiful faces on the pages. Let me swipe and see people through the page. I see some of you are still walking up and down. This is not the time to walk. Enjoying the assembly, sits in the right place and have that smile. The virtual world is the new world. Somebody joined this assembly and I saw the person literally dressing up during the assembly. I'm thinking, what the hell is this? The virtual world is the real world. Present yourself the way you want to be presented. And the impression lasts a long time, lasts forever. So if you are here switching your camera, because it's only your camera that we can use to confirm that you're present in this meeting. And if you don't have a camera on, make sure there's a picture up so that we can confirm that you're here. I'm going through the pages, looking at our beautiful faces, and it's so nice to see everyone. Happy new month. Yeah, happy new month. So my eyes is going up and down because I'm just going through faces and I'm seeing the smiles. Please, if you are not smiling, there's no point switching on your camera. I want to start this May with the beautiful, beautiful faces and beautiful people. But once again, thank you, Akpayemi, for keeping the room strong. And welcome to everyone who's joining. And those joining us for the first time, welcome. Welcome to the platform where entrepreneurs from all over the world come to connect. And that's the reason why I said your appearance matters a lot. You're thinking people are not seeing you. We're seeing you from all over the world. So if you're in a place and you're not clear, sit properly, position yourself, stay still. Yeah, thank you so much. I see Ibrahim is switching on his light. Present yourself the way you want the world to receive you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who's going to be connecting with your brand, with your business. You know, you don't know who's going to be connecting with you. And you want to give a first impression. The first impression anyone runs with in business and sales and anything, it's you, your appearance. So you come here and you're looking funny. We consider your business as funny. You come here and you look tattered and you look dark. You look like everything is dark where you are. We consider your business as dark. You come here looking bright, radiant, and smiling. We consider you happy. And it's good to do business with a happy person. If you are ready for today, and you're always looking, and you're also looking forward to the topic. I've never gotten so much DMs like I got on this topic. I'm like, what is happening with the topic of the beggar's money? I got so much DMs, a lot of people looking forward to this topic. There's so much curiosity. And I thank God because I strongly believe that most of the topics that we discuss here at the assembly are strictly divine, from life experiences to life stories. And of course, coming from a place of wisdom. So I know that we're looking forward to that. Even me that I'm speaking, I've got my pen. So you that you're going to be listening, I hope you have something to take notes to. And the testimonials here for the lady who spoke about the wrestling against the flesh and blood. It's going to be live on my platform. I think tonight it should be there. A lot of people have been asking for that audio. Most of our audios are on our YouTube, but there's a refined audio that's like a podcast that you can always listen to while you're in the shower or when you're, doing something and you're chilling and you're in the gym and it just refreshes your mind. That's going to be up. It's going to be up tonight, I think. So you can look out for it. And we can always refresh ourselves. And to Fode in Sierra Leone, congratulations on your deal. Happy birthday. It's the month of May. Many celebrations is happening. And let me rather pray for everybody. It's the month of May. May good things follow you. And may you have all your heart desire, every single one of you, as we're going to jump into it. So before I jump into it, right, let's see. Okay, before I jump into it, I talk with faces. So as I'm speaking on this topic, I'll be sliding my pages so I can see your faces. So because we're talking, we're gonna have a conversation. And before I start, somebody's dropping amen and amen. Amen to you, my brother. Yes, chat section. You're gonna open up the chat admin for everyone because I'm gonna open up everybody's mind with a question so that I can fill it up with wisdom. Now, so I'm gonna open it up with a question. You all answer that question. So open up the chat button or the chat platform so everybody can chat to everyone because I want to see the answers. And after we do that, after we answer, I will tell you to close it. So I ask one question to open up our mind. And after that, your mind is free, you're now thinking, and then we go into the message of today. What's the question? It's a very easy question. Very easy. It's not a big deal, but it's just something that helps us think. The world, as smart as you are, as intelligent as you are to start businesses and innovations, which orange came first? The color or the fruit? Which orange came first? Drop your answer in the chat session. The color orange or the fruit orange? Which one was the first one that existed on Earth? Which one was the I see answers already. I think you should be putting reasons for your answers. Fruit, okay. I'm going to fruit. I'm seeing a lot of fruits. Put your reasons why. I can't just even leave you to just say the fruit only. Why? The color orange. He created the earth. They made the colors. So what makes you think that I'm getting a lot of fruit? Oh, okay. The color, I'm color orange. Okay, I'm seeing some couple of colors. I'm seeing some, yeah, keep it coming and get your mind active. I see Tekofaso in South Africa is talking with his friend and actually are disagreeing. Oh, somebody is saying the fruit according to the book of Genesis. Looking at creation and looking at the fruit. Okay, the fruit. Okay. So you want to tell me when God created the earth, he didn't paint it, he didn't put colors. He never said, and let this one be colored, this let that be colored. Oh, okay, now I see. I see now. Okay, let's keep it, let's hold on in it. Because all of you are going with the word fruit. Now it's now making me feel like this question that I gave you, the answer is there. But I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying you're right. I'm just saying that it feels like, and you were saying you were going to agree on the fruits. I don't understand why somebody wrote blue. What's the fruit of power? Amazing, amazing. Okay, stop the chat now. Stop the chat. I'm going to ask something else. This one is, you guys planned behind my back, and many people are just saying the fruit. So I'm going to ask something else. What is the next thing? What should I ask you? Okay. If you were to come out of the bathroom clean, if truly we come out of our bathrooms clean, why are our towels dirty? Why is your towel dirty if you came out of the bathroom clean? Another question. Why is it dirty? Think about it. We're always coming out of the bathroom clean. Why is the towel dirty? Anybody has that answer? This, I'm going to take the first three answers. Only the first three answers. Why is our towel dirty? We are made of sand. I love that. I love we are made of sand. But someone thinks much dead skin. Oh my God. Nothing is perfect. Oh my God. This is so amazing. Dead skin. Oh my God. I think the one that made my day is that we were made of sand. The body is dirty. No, the body is not, but you watched in the bathroom, so you don't come telling us the body is dirty. Okay, stop the chat. Stop the chat. We're going to go into the session shortly, but I still feel like maybe I should throw one more. If you want me to throw one more question, one thumbs up. Just from 3 people, then I'll throw one more question. Okay, this one will be an easy one. Easy one. Very easy one. Now that Apple's make cars, will it have windows? Now, I don't know how many of you got the question. If Apple made cars, will it have windows? Or what will it be called? This is tricky. I hope you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to talk about now. If Apple made cars, will it have windows? Or what would the windows be called? For those of you who are tech savvy, I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say. Will Apple have windows? Okay, some people are just getting it. Some people are just getting it. Yeah, some people, I think it's only about 2 people that actually got this question. Somebody said to be called Apple window. Someone said Safari. Yes, I think it's an iCar, iWindow. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I'm sure the brain is open. Somebody said they will call it Louvain. Jesus Christ. That's my chief of staff, actually. Yes, you can close the chat button right now. I am so glad that your brains are open right now. And I'm just trying to make sure that I'm putting my phone on silent and I didn't get any distraction. I'm so glad that our brains are open and we've been able to just, trigger some thoughts. And I'm sure some of you, when you're taking your bath tomorrow, you'll be checking your towel and be saying, where is this debt coming from, for God's sake? Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the questions and thank you for thinking. Let's get serious now. It's a very deep topic. And it has to do with life. It has to do with almost everything. In business, in our engagement with people, it has to do with a lot. So just stay very calm and follow me very attentively as we talk about this topic that I titled The Beggar's Money. The Beggar's Money. Now, this topic is actually a poor man's ideology. It comes from a poor man's ideology that can make anyone rich. So no matter how successful you are, I'm about to take you on a journey where you can learn from the poor to add to your riches. And if you're in the middle level, we are going to go to the poor, to the beggar, and take some wisdom to apply in our life and in our businesses. And if you are poor, I don't think there's any poor person among us. So I'll leave it there. But as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of wisdom that we're going to take from these guys. So, as I said, it's a poor man's ideology that can make anyone rich. I posted this on my platform, and then two of my business partners was like, you know what, please send me the audio. One is in Australia, it's like my time, and the other person is a medical doctor in Canada. It's like, I might not be able to connect, but please send me the audio. I'm very curious about this ideology. So I'm happy to do that. And that's why I've got my mic on, so I can give them the audio. I said it's a true life story. And many of you have heard a lot of my stories. This is one of them. So this has to do with my father and me. Yes, my father. My dad is an hotelier, and he's got a group of hotels. As at then, he had about 6 hotels. And while growing up, he would always post every of his kids. When you become a teenager, he will post you to one of the hotels to go work. So you're going to start as a supervisor. And then as you get older, probably like when you get to the age of 17, 18, he makes you a manager. So you can imagine becoming a manager at the age of 18, 17. So if you check my resume or my profile, you'll find it there. That's how I started managing people at the age of 17, actually. And I started working for him at the age of 13. So once you become a teenager, like the team is going to post you to one of these hotels, and you're going to start working and supervising people that are old enough to be your father, or even sometimes your grandfather. And you'll be supervising them. And when you get to 17, 18 years old, then it makes you a manager. Now, there is this habit or this tradition. I don't know if my brother is here. My blood brother, if he's here, would listen to this and I would laugh. Or if any of my siblings hear this, they would so laugh. Because probably they don't know I'm going to share this story. Or maybe they don't even know this story, but they know this tradition. So this tradition in my father's hotel, in any of his hotels that I met when I got there. So I've got many other ones. So it's a polygamous home, like a lot of us. So there's a lot of people who have served as supervisors, as managers in that hotel. And there's a tradition I met when I got into the hotel. And that tradition was that every Friday, a group of beggars would come. A lot of them, a group of beggars would come. And they would come some hours after their Friday prayers. And they will come a lot, like I'm talking about 50 to about 80 of them. And they will march into the hotel. And they will start, some of you that are from Nigeria, you know when I'm saying, you know that reading. Yeah, thank you. Some of you are laughing and responding. So I'm sure you know that reading. And it comes in a very thunderous sound because there's a lot of them chanting that. If anybody knows the meaning of that thing, I will go and find it. But it's like a prayer, but they've turned it to a reading that they sing about, like, help us, God covers your prayers. It's just a prayer that they pray. And it's a lot. No matter how the hotel is, they don't care. They come there, even if they are guests in the rooms, they make their noise for a long time. And in the hotel, there is a particular budget of money that we are supposed to give to them. So as at then, this is many, many years ago. I can't say, but this is decades ago. I can't figure out how much that money was. But I think it was like maybe 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira, it's like probably about 500K or 200K now. And we would carry that money and give to them. So if my father is around, he's going to come down and they will stand in front of the beggars and then they will pray for him. They will do their Muslim prayer. My father is not a Muslim, but they will just pray for him. Most of those beggars are from the north. and they would just pray for him every Friday. Now, Sumi Smart Francis, it was my time. I was the supervisor now. It was my regime, like they would say. The first thing when I saw the books, I'm like, 10K for beggars. How? That's too much. Even me, I don't have 100. So how do you give 10K to beggars? It's not even possible. I will watch my father give. I will watch my elder brother give that money. And every Friday, I used to be so angry that when I become the manager, then I was a supervisor, that when I become a manager, it can't happen. Never. 10K. Lo and behold, my time came. Grew from supervisor, became the manager. My elder brother was no longer there. I was the one calling the shots. Friday came, and when the beggars come, as a smart guy that I thought I was, I will remove 2,000 from their money and give them 8K. Now, this money is too much for you. So my father is not around. So who's going to know? And 2K is like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like 50K or 100K now. It's a lot of money for me even then in school. It's a lot of money. I was a big boy. Like, I go to school on Monday, the 2K will last me for like a week. I'll take my friends out. We'll go to restaurants with the beggars' money. And I will always take their money. So from 2K, I'll give them 8K. The next Friday, I'm like, this 2K, since nobody is knowing this thing, it's just between me and the beggars. I will reduce their money again to like 6K, and I'll keep 4K. So 4K will do more things. I will take my friends out, we'll do many things. I'm like, next week, these beggars, I'm giving them 5. They know this money is too much. It's too nice for, how can beggars, who are they? Are they working for my father? They'll just come in masses and they're making noise in our hotels and stuff like that. The next Friday came again. I would take their money. At some point, I was giving them like 3K. But these beggars, they'll be like, this thing has been happening for years in this hotel. We know your father. He can't give us 3,000. The beggars, even they are privileged. Like they even make it look like this is our rights. At some point, they're like, I don't want to do their assets now, but it's so funny. Like, they're like, what is, like, saying, what is this? What's happening here? I'm like, what do you mean? That's your money, go. But there was no evidence. But they know. Stupid boy, before you were born, you've been giving us this 10,000. How come when it's you, this money is no longer 10,000? But there was nobody that could meet. I was the manager in charge. My dad is not around. So that only comes once in a while because it's going to different hotels. Nothing. At some point, when the beggars come, I will say there's no money. The old 10K was mine. I will write it there, beggars' money taken in the expenses. When they're doing the books, they account at beggars' money. The beggars should be like, even that Bambi and Ashiri that they used to say, it was changing. It was coming out with anger. They were so pissed, like, what is happening with this guy? Kept coming. And I'm like, there's no money, somebody's laughing here. You know what? Close the chat button. Anyway, but I understand. You can laugh about this thing, but it was not funny to them. Because this is something that has been happening way before I was born. They didn't understand. How can your father not leave money? And I'm like, he didn't leave money. Is it your money? He didn't leave money. And they were pissed. And one day they came again and I did the same thing. And they were arguing that, no, it's funny, they were like 60, 80. So they are just arguing among themselves and everything. And I was telling them, go there. So as I was busy doing that, guess who drove in? My father. Hey. My father drove in. You don't want to see angry beggars. You don't want to see a beggar complaining about you. Jesus Christ. You don't want to see 60 to 80 beggars reporting you. Oh my God. You should see what was happening. It was like a war. Like, like this, you try this, but the old beggars, right? On me, to me, to my father, I was like, oh my God, what is happening here? And I was trying to cover it, like maybe this is the only one I've ever done. Like they're like, okay, this is like, I was like, really? For months, beggars' money has been going to my pocket. That day, it was as if the earth should open up and I should fall in. As I said, you don't want to see beggars reporting you. You don't want to see angry beggars. It was something else. Now, did I not get the whooping of my life? I got the whooping of my life that day. Like, have they ever beaten you that you're wondering, are you the one that gave birth to me? Like, really, are you my father? That kind of beating because of a beggar. But at the same time, when I look about how much money I've embezzled, I'm also thinking, they're supposed to be killed. if they're supposed, if they're gonna leave me, I remember the time when my father was like, "No, the money has been there." The bankers were like, "Oh, I can imagine all these other big beggars going." It's like they should remove their attacker. Kill me. If not because I was my father's child, probably I would have been dead that day. Now, why am I sharing this story? Because of what I saw and experienced with those beggars and what my father said that day. Yeah. What I experienced with them and what came out from my father's mouth. You know, after whooping me, he came to me and he said, "Giving is not a duty, it's a privilege." That statement just opened up my mind and it just made me feel like, really, we are actually privileged to be able to give. And the lessons I took from that word, I'm going to share with you. Well, not just that, I'm going to share what I saw and what I learned from those beggars and what you can also see and must have experienced with beggars around you that you can also learn from. So what I'm sharing with you today is in two versions. I will share with you from the giver's version, which is my father, and I will share with you from the receiver's version, which are the beggars. So now let's rather start with the beggar. And now the reason why you must be able to relate with this is there's a stage in everyone's life where you have to beg. And there's a situation in everyone's life where you must beg. If you didn't hear that, I'm going to repeat that to you. There's a stage in everyone's life where you have to beg. And there is a situation in everyone's life where you must beg. Everyone, no matter how rich you are, will have that situation. We are all beggars, each in our own ways. We're just begging for different things. We are all beggars. And that's why you have to take some of this ideology from these guys. What are some of the things that I've picked up? Number one, beggars, they have no fear. They've got no goddamn fear. A beggar's mentality is an act of courage that can approach anyone. Anyone. Have you noticed that being a president today, being the richest man in the world, let Bill Gates walk on the streets of Africa, a beggar will penetrate and he will beg him, he will stretch that and raise that, and no matter the amount of securities around him. Have you noticed? Have you noticed that no matter the boundary, a beggar will break through? And some of us are running ideas, we're running business, we want to speak to somebody, we say, no, there's too much security, there's somebody there, or people are looking at me, and you know, how will I walk in? There's a PA there, there's a boundary there, and we cannot break in. One of the first things you should take from a beggar is that they know no fear. They have put in their mindset what they want to an extent that they do not care, they will push through. Some of you have been in that situation when a beggar approached you. You know, sometimes we drive with my escort and my securities, and it's such a funny thing to look at sometimes. These guys will come, some of you also in Africa, in Nigeria, will know what I'm talking about. They will come knock on the glass, you know, and you know the funniest thing, my security guys, they've got this funny, scary looking face, and they go, hey, get out, you know, they want to scare the beggar. You would see these beggars, they don't even care at all the kind of guns my guys are carrying. They don't care the kind of face they're wearing, or the ones with shade or with anything. They keep knocking on that glass and they're looking at me like, you're gonna give us. And my security said, even the patrol van will be blowing a siren sometimes to scare them away, even with kids. I don't know where these guys get their training from. Oh my God. I don't know who gave them this orientation, but I'm giving you the same today. That if there's anything you need to approach, you have to go there without no fear. Today ends fear in your life. And you are picking that knowledge from a beggar. There are so many things you want to do. Some of you are scared to even make a call. Just a call. You want to call this client. You want to call this customer. You are scared. Remember that beggar on your street, that small child that walks up to you every goddamn day. You're like, hey, you, if you come next time, I will beat you. said that before. Raise your hand if you've ever scared a beggar before. No, don't be shy. Don't feel bad. I've done that. I've just confessed. My security do that. Yes, if you touch my car again, sometimes if you see some people scaring beggars, you will almost laugh. The threats they will give, if you touch I will beat you. But what happens? Pass that road again, that fearless beggar is going to come to you. Now, that is the first nail you have to take as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a business-minded person, as a person who has a place for life and a place in life. Go and be fearless. Entrepreneurs from all over the world, a beggar has no shame. No shame. That's the second thing. No goddamn shame. They are not ashamed to present their case in front of anyone who is present. Never. Never. They are not ashamed. Some of you are where you are because of shame. You're where you are because what are they going to say? How am I going to feel? She's my younger sister. He's my brother-in-law. He was my colleague in school. Some of you have friends in top places. But shame. You know, it's so painful that some of you are standing where you should be kneeling. I don't think you heard me well. Some of you are standing where you should be on your knees begging. If your knees were not important, God wouldn't have given it to us. There are many reasons why your knees are there, and some two key important reasons: one, to pray, and two, to beg. Yes, you heard me right. Everyone is begging for something. It's either you're begging for success, you're begging for money, you're begging for connection, you're begging for knowledge, you're begging for direction, or you're just saying, please give it to me, or please show me the way. Every one of us is begging for something. Some billionaires are begging the magistrate. Some people are begging their partner. Some of us are standing where we should be on our knees. Either where we should be saying, I'm sorry, or where we should be saying, please. You know in your heart that you are supposed to go on your knees for this situation, but you are standing. You feel like, okay, what's going to happen? It's my boss, and so what? Where you could beg for forgiveness, where you could beg for a chance, you want to brag and feel like, and so what? Where you could speak to that schoolmate and say, please teach me this thing. You're like, the shame. A beggar has no shame. I just spoke about it. You would spank them, you would shout at them, you would push them away. They are in that specific situation because they know there's no other way out. You have let shame stand on your way for too long. And you are hearing this from me, live and direct. And the reason why you in particular, you're hearing this thing is because God wants you to hear it. If there's somewhere where you know you need to go on your knees, go. I challenge you this week, go. Tomorrow we start in a new week. Go. Knock on that door and go on your knees. Forget about the shame. Forget about the shame. You will not believe. I'm going to get there shortly. But if you look at what the shame would cover from that begging, you will ignore the present shame. I don't think you heard what I said right. If you look at what that shame would cover, what the outcome of this your begging would do, you will overlook the present shame. Now, is it not better to be shy or feel ashamed in front of one person than to be like that in front of the rest of the world? Some people beg their way to where they got to with no apology. Some of you will be insulting them. This one likes to lobby. He likes to be begging. He'll be begging up and down. He's making waves for himself. Some of these politicians that we're looking at that we are insulting. Today is here. He went to beg in this political party. Now he has begged. Oh my God. Insulting. He has no shame. But look at his life and look at yours. Look at his bank account and look at yours. Thirdly, guys, a beggar sees everyone. Everyone. Everyone for a beggar or to a beggar is a potential customer. Everyone. They speak to everyone. They go to everybody and anybody and they plead. Guys, if you know the effect of a plea, you will plead. If you know the effect of a genuine plea, I bet you will plead. There are people not far from you that you can plead to. You might not have everyone that will connect you or that will contact or that will give you that fund that you need. But I bet you there are people that you can plead to, not far from you. It might be somebody you're going to church with, somebody you're going to mosque with. I remember the things I said earlier. Because you are ashamed, you don't want to walk to that man. You are seeing him every day in church. You are seeing him every day in mosque. You are seeing him every day in the assembly. You are seeing him every day where you are at work, but you can't plead. If you look at the effect of a plea, you will plead. The fourth lesson I take or I took from beggars is that they always look the part. They look the part. See, a beggar wears all colors, fearing none. All colors. They will put this rag here, they will put that rag here, they will put this rag here, they look the part. You want to approach a business, you want to approach an idea, you want to approach an investor, a partner, a customer, a client, your employer. How do you look? When will you start looking the part, for heaven's sake? When? If you want to sell to the rich, look rich. If you want to sell to the poor, then look poor. And if what you are selling is about yourself, then begin to look good. From now on, begin to look good. Intentionally. Look the part of what you're doing. Some of us are selling the biggest properties in this world. You will hear the prices, your heart will shake. $3 million, $4 million. And I look at you, I see 3,000 naira. Let me put it in dollars now for everybody. I see $3. Are you in the wrong profession or in the wrong profession is in you? What's wrong with you? Look the part. A beggar looks the part. When they see this person, they should know that this is an entrepreneur. When you speak to someone, they should be able to hear. When you attend meetings like this, I was looking at Opeyemi when she was encouraging everybody, set your camera, look proper, sit upright. Are you a child? What's wrong with you? Look the part. Do you want to speak to your client on a virtual call? You cannot even position your camera properly. You cannot sit still, and you think they're going to be able to know who you are, what you're looking for? Thank God some of you are adjusting your camera already. Yes, I'm glad I'm seeing that. You've got to look the part. Very important. So you're going to your business next time. You're going to your meeting next time. I'm just going to put it like this. Shabi is just there. Never. It's our year of professionalism. And what we are doing today is also professionally. We're taking professional lessons from it. So make sure that anywhere you're going to step to again, from today, you begin to look that part. Now, this is the last one. This is the last one. And you need to pay attention to this. They create atmosphere, or they find the right atmosphere to beg. Beggars create the atmosphere, or they find the right atmosphere to beg. Have you seen those beggars that will carry some babies? Have you seen those beggars that they will bend their hand, creating an atmosphere? You've seen those ones? Have you seen the ones that they will even write some jokes and hold the board? Have you seen those ones that they will do the face like this, and you're already looking at them and you're like, oh? Have you seen those kids that they will stay on your glass and they're like that? Sometimes if you see what those beggars are eating at night, you will almost slap them. You almost can collect your money back. Some of you are laughing. If you see some of the houses, some of them are built. Let me not say something. Just now you stop giving beggars money. But what am I saying? Irrespective of what they have, for you to create the atmosphere. And when I say they find the right atmosphere to beg, have you noticed how many beggars you come across when you go to the mosque or on your way out of the mosque? Have you noticed how many beggars you come across on your way to church or out of the church? The atmosphere for begging. They position themselves in the right places so that by the time you come out from the God-fearing atmosphere and your heart is full of love and compassion, you walk straight and the first person that knocks on your door is the beggar. And he goes, oh, please help me. How then will you ignore somebody after you have just said, love your neighbor as yourself? Positioning. You're a client, you're a businessman, you're an entrepreneur. Where are you positioning yourself? We are all beggars. My fellow beggars, where have you been standing, for heaven's sake? Where have you been pitching your net? Where have you positioned yourself for people to bring and give you? Where have you positioned yourself to see the right client, the right customer, the right investor, the right partner? That's why I commend some of you that never miss this gathering every Saturday. It's positioning. You're positioning yourself every Saturday. Where are you positioning yourself? Where? I've told you, don't be ashamed. Remind yourself of the shame, this help that you will get with cover. Remind yourself, and you will make your way to that right space. And remember, even when they try to block you, go with the beggar's mentality and get in that security. Find a way to get in. Some of you can get crashed when it comes to parties, but you cannot get crashed when it comes to conferences. You can get crashed when it comes to events that has to do with social gatherings and music shows and festivals, but you cannot get crashed when it comes to networking events and CEO gatherings. I pity you. I pity you. From today, where these things I've discussed, from their courage to their approach to their fearlessness, to everything they've built inside of them, and go to the right atmosphere where you know you can meet that client, that investor, that consumer, that partner that would help your destiny. And to beg, honestly, guys, there is time to beg. And unfortunately, many of us are still on that stage. Forget the pride. Go on your knees. No one will see you on that knees, maybe just the person you are begging, but the world will see what you have given, what you have been given, rather. Should I repeat it? Only the person that you are begging will see what you are begging, whether for his time, for his mentorship, for his advice, for him to show you the way, for money, for whatever, for the investment. But the world will see what you have begged for. It is worth it. It is worth it. That's from the beggar's perspective. Let's go now to the giver's perspective. On the giver's perspective, it's just one thing. One thing. And actually, I should make it two, because I remember my mom right now when I'm about to say this. I've picked two things, one from my father and one from my mom. See, from the statement my father made that day, that it's a privilege to be able to give. And from my experience, I realized this thing. Listen carefully. See, without a generous heart, wealth is a classy beggar. No matter how rich you are, if you don't know how to give, you are a well-dressed beggar. Your heart is poor and your body is rich. My father wasn't the best Christian. In short, he wasn't a born-again Christian. He was a strict dad. I didn't even understand. That was the reason why I was even taking the beggar's money. Because I didn't understand why you're not like a pastor, you're not like a godly person. You're not even giving Christians, you're giving Muslim beggars. So what is this old beggar's money thing? That was what I was taking. I didn't understand. He never played with his giving. Since I was born, I made that tradition. Till I left the hotel, the tradition continued. It stayed forever. Giving for him, he had a budget for giving. Some of us have never given in our life. I'm not joking. You think I'm joking with what I'm saying? Fact. Some of us have never given. Should I shock you? When I say giving, some of you are thinking, you say, I give my mom, I give my friend, I give my brother, I give my lover. That's the one they know how to give more. Lovers, especially those guys, you know how to give women. That's what they call giving. That's not giving. Have you ever given a stranger before in your life? Ever? Have you ever given towards a cause before in your life? See somebody is giving, is begging now that I should give him something for capital, is begging me on the chat. You better find the right atmosphere for begging before you go and beg in the wrong way. If I'm the person that you want to beg, then you wait for me to be in the right atmosphere. You say, I'm teaching and I have to teach this right now. You go and beg, it's like a beggar going to position himself where the people are fighting. When they break bottle on his head, I'm in an atmosphere of speaking. It's not the right timing to start begging. That's what I said. Find the right atmosphere. So listen to the words of my mouth and take advantage of it. Because you might then, maybe you're even a practical that I should use for everyone. You might then irritate the person who you should have begged from. And you have lost that chance. What am I saying? Some of us have never given to a cause. We've never given to a stranger. We've never looked at, oh, this is a blood bank thing. I want to give my blood. I want to give a pint of blood. I want to give money to this orphanage. I want to give money to this NGO, to this organization. Some of us have never done it in our life. And you expect the universe to open? Which magic word do you think you are? Whatever you sow, you will reap. And the second thing I said I took from my mom, for many of you who are already thinking this in your heart, that, oh, giving to a cause, I thought some of you think it's billionaires that should do it, you know. It's only Dangote that should give to a cause, that we should give it. I don't have enough, so why should I give now? It's my mother's word, I will tell you. She said to me, Sumi Smart Francis, generosity is not the ability to have. It's not the ability to give when you have. True generosity is the ability to give when you don't have. So some of you who are thinking, oh, I don't have enough, I don't have. If you cannot give $1, you can never give $100,000. Some of you are waiting, oh, it's when I'm rich. I will do this for my mother when I'm rich. I'll do this for this organization when I'm rich. I'll create this charity when I'm rich. If you have never tested it with some organization now, to give them small or to give, I'm not even talking about church. Let me not even talk about church, because all these church and religious giving are doctrines we were born in. All this giving in the mosque, giving, those are doctrines we were born in. So left unto us, we will never have done it, even not because it was a doctrine. So we're like, hey, holy, give, holy. It was really a part of us. It was not really our own inner thing, our own inner culture. Have you ever even, some of you have not even given to a brother. You have not given to your sister. When I'm saying giving, I'm not even talking about money. Have you given your time? Have you given yourself towards a cause? What is happening to you? Or were you just waiting for this conversation to be able to know that this fact that God needs to trust you with his blessings? Honestly. And for you to know the fact that everything you have now is not for you. Some of the things you have now are to bless others. And if you are not doing that and you expect more, especially those of you who can look at the opposite sex and buy them the whole world. But when your own cousin brother asks you for one Nokia cell phone, you can never buy it. You just buy out an iPhone for one of your girlfriends. Are you sick? Do you think that's what generosity is about? What is wrong with you? True giving is not when you have. It's when you don't have. And I just want to encourage every one of us. We have learned from the beggar and we have learned from the giver. Use both sides, take both wisdom and put it into your operations going forward. You know, in AYE, it's our year of professionalism. Over the months, we've learned many things, how to do many things the professional way. Today, I have taught you and you have learned how to beg professionally and how to give professionally. My name is Sumi Smart Francis, and I am nothing without God. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. President. We looked forward to today, and I'm sure that everyone saw that at the end of the day, looking forward to today is actually really worth it. I mean, no one could wait, I'm sure. We're just waiting for beggars money, beggars money, beggars money. And like other messages, I'm sure this is a very outstanding one that would leave a very great imprint, in our heart. Thank you so much again, Mr. President. Please, let's give Mr. President a round of applause. That was deep. That was a lot. That was a lot. I can see people already nodding their head. Of course, you don't have to nod your head. You can share with us what you think. So
sorry about that. Just before you get into it, I have somebody here I need to respond to, and I need to respond to him now so many can learn. He said that he feels that this is the right time because without this time, where does he feel like he's going to see me again? You're not a right beggar. You're not a professional beggar. If you're a professional beggar, you will know how to track who you want to beg from. So maybe you need mentorship. I will deal with you some other time, but I don't want people to drop comments and others are missing the line. When I say positioning, you've got to know when, how, and track your positioning properly. It's not something that you meet somebody by the road, you jam them and like, hey, give me your knowledge, give me your mentorship, or give me this. No. Because of time, there's many to learn in future. Thank you, Chief of Staff. You can proceed.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you so much. I mean, we're all learning and we would keep learning. So, and the beautiful thing is the ability to even put to practice all of these things almost immediately, if possible, immediately. So without wasting time, let me just go right to the feedback session. And you know how we do it. So if you'd like to give a feedback, to tell us how the message has touched you, to tell us what you think, how you feel about this message, please, you already know what to do. Raise up your hand. I can see Fode already. He's raised up his hand. Just, use the reaction button under your app, or whatever platform you're using to access Zoom. If it's via web, you can also use the reaction button to raise up your hand. And I will be taking all the first set of people to raise up their hand. And of course, you know that I won't call you if your camera is not turned on. So please, if you want me to call you, please turn on your camera, and you have just 1 minute. You have 1 minute to give your feedback, and that will be all. So I would start with Fode. So I would unmute. I will ask you to unmute. Please unmute your mic, and you have not more than 1 minute, please. Thank you. Fode, we can hear you. I've asked you to unmute. You're still muted. I've asked you to mute your mic.
Me. Hello.
Okay, yes, you're muted now.
Yes. Yes, I want to say thanks to Mr. President for giving us this message. Most of us resonate with the message, and I just want to take the quotes from his mother, which stated, "Generosity is the ability to give when you don't have." Positioning is really key, like Mr. President stated, because we should know when to beg. If you don't know when to beg, definitely you will not get what you are begging for. I think that's my statement, and I want to say thank you, Mr. President, for this statement, and this statement today is very touching.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and that was actually very brief. So I will just go to the next person, Titi Layo. So I'll ask you to unmute your mic, and you have 1 minute.
Good afternoon, all. Good evening, all. Sorry, can you hear me? Thank you, Mr. President. This message really hit me. The one you said, some of you standing where you're supposed to. With past experience, I'm this kind of person that I don't like a no for an answer when I ask you for something. But I've got several no's from people which made me stay on my own. And people come around to say, just try, just do this with what you said. And I tried it. And I thank God I knew where I was supposed to kneel. And that is why I am where I am. So thank you so much. Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was brief. That was concise. That was short. Thank you so much. So I'll just take the next person. Chuku, I would ask you to unmute your mic. Ogbonaya, you have 1 minute.
Oh, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing with us tonight. I actually learned so much in the way you mentioned about how those beggars keep coming and they actually know what they want. And even when they were getting what they were not used to get before, they were complaining until the day that your father came. So I learned that no matter what, we should keep pushing, even when we are not getting what we want. But we should know what we actually need so that when it comes, we'll know that this is what we want. I want to thank you very much, sir, for sharing. It has actually changed my mindset about going for what you want, knowing how to give very well. Because you just mentioned the wrong way of giving. So I've actually learned how to give effectively now. God bless you for that, sir.
Thank you so much, Chuku. Thank you so much. But that was a little bit above 1 minute. So I'll just ask the next person, Etim. Etim, I don't know if I can see you. Okay, Etim, I've asked you to unmute your mic.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I want to thank the speaker very, very much. Really learned a lot. Out of the 3 points, the 4 points he gave, the number 2 point, which he said a beggar has no shame, actually caught me. This kind of guy that I hate being shamed. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity that I would have gotten, but out of shame, I couldn't approach the situation. It has been a lot of challenge for me. There's a lot of business I'm supposed to have approached and gotten. And because of shame, I'm not being able to do that. So I launched that for today. And I know immediately after this meeting, I'm going to really address the situations. I'm going to be bold and go after it, no matter what. I know it to turn out positive. So that's what I've learned. Thank you very much. I really appreciate
Thank you so much, Etim. Thank you so much. So before I take the next set of people, please note that there are still some other very important package for everyone, towards the end of this session. So please still stay and don't leave. So I'll call, without wasting much time, I'll just call on the next set of people and we'll take it up from there. So Brimley, I've asked you to unmute your mic. Okay, so I can't see Brimley again. I'll just take Soliat. Soliat, I've asked you to unmute your mic.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is really what I've been waiting for years. A friend introduced this AYE entrepreneurial thing to me. And this is actually the first time I'll be joining from the start. And I must say that it's just something I've been waiting for a long time. Maybe because, just like he said, I have not really looked into the act of, begging to receive the knowledge I know I want. So please, I really want to beg Mr. President, so please give us the link to his podcast so we can listen even outside this beautiful summit. So I'm so impressed, and I honestly can't wait to, can we do this like probably every 3 days? Because honestly, it is really impactful. So I'm so blessed to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A lot usually go into, making this a possibility. So we are still keeping it at every Saturday for now. Of course, everyone, if we can have our way, we even want it every day. So thank you so much for that feedback. I'll just take the next person immediately. So I'll be taking Dabo Aicha. I've asked you to unmute your mic. You have 1 minute.
Hello, everyone. I don't know if you can hear me. My name is Tabo Aisha, and I'm a Guinean but based in Abuja. I was actually in Lagos 2018 when I attended your physical summit, and that really touched me. And when I got a message that I can actually be a volunteer to this, it was I didn't even think twice, because I know when I attended the physical conference, I know what I got from that day, just because I moved from Lagos to Abuja 2019, so I was not able to meet up. Thank you, Mr. President, for the speech. It was so nice. The part I even liked the most, the advice from your mom saying that whenever you want to give, it's not when you have, it's when you don't have. That has really helped me a lot. And I'm actually on a movie now called Self-Made. I don't know, I just want to recommend it for people. You will know the art of giving in that movie as well. You will know when you should meet someone for contracts. You will know when you need help for your business. This meeting alone, it's a privilege for me, because I know that everyone coming together to learn an entrepreneur skill, because sometimes everybody, like, people tell me you talk a lot, you can advertise, like, you know how to do marketing. But sorry, when given the opportunity to market, I can't. Like, I don't. But talking to people physically, I have that courage. So being here and trying to bring the best out of me, I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Sorry for adding extra time.
Thank you so much, Dabo. Please let us speak for 1 minute. Thank you so much, Dabo. And I can see that Brimley is back. So Brimley, I've asked you to unmute your mic. You have 1 minute.
Thank you. I'm so sorry for that breaking transmission. I went to attend to the kids. Thank you so much, Mr. President, Ms. Matt Francis. Like, I've always followed you even before I knew you. Like, I've always heard about you. And for this topic this evening, it really spoke to me, because there are a lot of times that I want to push to get something, but because of probably lack of self-confidence, I would just not do it. But because of this, like, there was a time I'm like, okay, no, I have to get it. I have to do this. I have to do this. And I'll keep doing it. And it's keep helping me. And thanks for the advice again that you got from your mom, that you don't have to have a lot before you help. And that is the major key. You don't have to have a lot before you help. So thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. The words really got to me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Brimley. I will just take 3 more or 4 more people, and we will just go to the next part of the session, as the other session for today, they are also very important before we leave. So I'll be calling on Sandra. Sandra, you have 1 minute.
All right. Hope you can hear me. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. We can hear you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have to write what I want to say, so I won't spend more than 1 minute. Okay, 2 things I got from this training today. In fact, the training actually burst my bubbles. I was expecting something else, but it came in a very different way. Number 1 thing I learned is beggars ask for little. They ask for little kindness, and that little kindness takes little actions that amount to a great wealth. Number 2, as an entrepreneur, we should pay more attention to the most least principles, because it comes with a blessing or a punishment. Thank you. And God bless everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing how the message got you. Of course, I'll just go right to the next person. So I'll be taking Esther. Esther, you have 1 minute. I've asked you to unmute your mic.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Sorry about my background, it's not too bright. Okay, so I would just want to say that from my own end, that we should not be shameless. No one wants to like get something, is what I like got from today's class. And thanks to Mr. President for that, because not being shameless like helped me with some things I cannot do before. Like I was able to nail that particular stuff today. Like I have the space to myself because I brought myself to talk. I'm not the type that goes for something directly. I'm always like wanting somebody to like follow me, but today I was able to do it myself. So thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Esther. Thank you so much, Esther. And I'll just take two more persons. I'll take Ali. Ali. So Ali, I've asked you to unmute your mic and you have 1 minute.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I don't know, maybe you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm so much pleased to be here. This lecture by Mr. President was indeed very much lucid. It came at the right time of positioning my entrepreneurship drive, and I really got more value in it, showing that consistency and resilience is the driving force for an entrepreneur, for looking at the perspective of the beggar, that we, being an entrepreneur, need to strive and walk to the door to really know what we really want and then show it to the world. I got value in that. Thank you so much, Mr. President. At the same time, from the father aspect advice which he gave, that we are just being privileged to give out based on our own mindset. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. So I'll be taking Lukman Ozenwa. I've actually to unmute, you have 1 minute.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for this opportunity. A very quick one. I thank the president for this awesome presentation. At least I learned what I've not been able to learn in the university for 4 good years. I never knew that it is good or it pays to beg, or it is good to be a beggar or a corporate beggar. So all this while I feel that it's not necessary for me, for one to beg. But what I have learned today, I will put into practice. God bless you all. Thank you very much. I'm grateful.
Thank you very much. That was Lukman. So I'll just take on the next person and probably the last person for this feedback session. So I'd like to take Manasseh. Manasseh, please let us know what country you're talking from, and you have 1 minute.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Manasseh. I'm from Nigeria.
All right,
Can you hear
you
me?
have 1 minute, your feedback. Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you. So while Mr. President was speaking, he made a quote that struck me, and that was, look the parts. That is, he gave an explanation where he said, if you want to sell to the rich, look rich. And if you want to sell to the poor, you should look poor. And the thing gave me a different mentality, like, oh, you have to look like what you want to become. So you are going to meet a rich man to get favor, and you are looking very, very poor. Whereas they don't want to see poor people coming to them. You have to associate, like you have to look what you want to become, what you are looking for. It has changed my mentality really, like a lot, and I'm putting things together to become. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So we can't, go further. We've taken about 11 people, so we just have to stop here, and we would have to go further. I can see Emerson Moses. So okay, let's just take Emerson Moses.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. President. This is actually my first time being part of this seminar. I really appreciated the first point from the lessons learned from a beggar, that a beggar knows no fear. He is always courageous. And the entrepreneurial journey, or embarking on an entrepreneurial practice, is one that requires courage from the part of the entrepreneur, because you have to scale through a whole lot to create that value which you seek. And more so, the phrase where he said professional begging or a professional beggar, it makes you different from the conventional beggar, the beggars on the street. It makes you outstanding. So I really appreciated the whole lecture and the whole encouragement as well as experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So initially, okay, DJ Kids. So initially we're supposed to play. Since people would not clap, so now we have technology to help us clap. So yes, usually we will just take about 10 feedback, but I wanted to make it a perfect number. So instead of taking 11, that's why I added one more person. And so this is how we do it. Usually we take the first set of people that would raise up their hand, and of course if you have a good background and your camera is on. So subsequently, when we want to take feedback session, please always turn on your camera, have a good background, and of course, be one of the first 10 people to raise up their hand. Thank you so much, everyone. So, of course, you have many other times to, give your feedback and to let us know how you feel. I would like to also give my own feedback, and I don't know where to start. But the funny thing is, something else, something very different was coming to my mind, while I was hearing all of this from Mr. President. And one of the first thing I would appreciate is the fact that Mr. President is evergreen and the fact that he's consistent with impact. Every time we come for the assembly, we just can't everybody's looking forward to it because we know that every day is different and every day is like, when they say it's God's mercy are new every morning, it's like they are new every Saturday. So it was a lot, and I'm so blessed to have listened to it. But here is the parts that touched me the most, and I would like to talk about it just a little bit. Mr. President said, giving is not a duty, it is a privilege. He says, giving is not a duty, it is a privilege. And, that struck me. It's not supposed to be just something that you feel like I have to do, or I have to always do and stuff. It's something that you are privileged to do. And I then thought about the fact that we have been receiving from the source, right? And we keep coming to the assembly, like one of the feedback speaker, the person mentioned if we could do this oftentimes. And I just, my mind was going through all the things it takes to make just this one assembly. I'm thinking about the Zoom payments. I'm thinking about every staff involved. I'm thinking about all of the tools, the emails, the email payments. I'm thinking about a lot of things, SMS and the whole creating of content, thinking of content, the video, the images, the banners, it's just, and of course, Mr. President would definitely go to have his quiet time to prepare for all of this. And I'm thinking about the fact that a lot is going into impacting entrepreneurs in Africa, entrepreneurs across Africa. A lot keeps going into it. And yes, we've been benefiting so much. But like Mr. President said, we'll still go ahead and give that woman or that man, most of what we are getting. And we don't even look at people like the orphanage, people like the NGOs. He specifically mentioned NGOs. And it struck me that how many people have actually considered, donating or giving for this cause. I actually had to ask myself that how many people would see it as a privilege to actually sow, even to Mr. President's life. And I remember being a Christian, in church. I remember being a Christian because, so today, this is why this thought came to me. Today, Mr. President couldn't make it for a particular speaking engagement. That is, and part of the reason is because he always wants to even be here with us. So he then said that, I remember I was chatting with him yesterday night that, so this is the conversation with these people, what do we do? So they said that if he could send a representative. So I sent back the message that, so they said if he could send a representative, and he said, yes, you. And I was like, ha. So I didn't see that coming. And so I went, and, in this case, it was actually a church, a very popular church that if I say the name, many of us would know. And I got there, and when I was leaving, I was embarrassed because I even wanted to stop by somewhere carrying, churches now, they will give you envelope, carry things, and all those type of things. I was now carrying cooler, gifts and all those things.
Thank you for letting me know that I've got envelopes to collect from you. So go drop it in my office.
Very well, sir. So, after all of those things, I then thought about it that we don't even do this to Mr. President. And I am not even Mr. President, and I'm the one enjoying, this. I mean, somebody was even saying that, when will you finish this food? And I then thought about it that we don't even talk about the organization too. The organization just keeps, that passion of pushing Africa. And another part struck me. I remember in church, when churches want to build maybe a new land or something, you see them, church members will gather and all of those things. Many of us don't even know that, AY is not just thinking of now, he's thinking of the future of entrepreneurship. He's thinking of creating that enabling environment. If some of you know about the Entrepreneurship Village, you can check it, or it will even be put on the chart later. A lot of things. And we don't even say, this is what we want to do. So personally, I was then thinking that this platform has benefited us in many ways, right? And, it's doing that for free. So that is why I then said, okay, I am feeling this way, and I'm sure maybe many others might be feeling this way. One of the good ways to even practicalize or to practice all of these things that we're learning is to see how we also can give back to the community, or give back to entrepreneurs, or give back to the source, which is Africa's young entrepreneurs. And because I don't want, people to take their time to start going to the app or whatever and all of those things if they have to. So I would appeal to the admin, if I am permitted. I don't know if I'm permitted. So please send to there used to be a donation link that is always shared every announcement, that if they can share it to us personally, to see if there is anyone who would like to, contribute or be a part of, this great organization and be a part of what we're actually doing here in Africa's young entrepreneurs. I personally would love to keep doing what I have always done and wouldn't want to stop, because personally I'm learning a lot too. I mean, many of us that are under the leadership of Dr. Simi Smart-Francis can bear witness. When I was done today, as they would with President, they were like, no, this was just all we needed today, all of this feedback. And when they were saying it, I'm like, this is the same feedback I hear when President, is speaking. And it's so good to have learned from him and to be able to. I remember yesterday, President was saying that we're always having the same mind, and he wants to delete me. I said, it's not possible, sir. All right, so they would send us the link. Please, admin, take notes. We would like to have the link. I of course I have the link, and I even have certain things in my beneficiary, because it's very important. So we would share the link, and the link for the donation, especially even for some of us that even as some people as they ought, they will probably want to make theirs now and probably do not have. So it will be nice to know that before the end of the month, or even before the end of the week, they can say, yes, this is how much I want to give back, to the source. And it could be even in different ways. Some people reach out in different ways to say, okay, this is how I want to give back, and all of that. But I know where your money, if you put your money somewhere, that your mind is really there. So that is one of my own feedback, and something I feel important to share with us, even if it's as low as $1. Some of us are not even an active member. Some of us are not even an active member, and to be a basic member is just $1. That is what I have said. Giving is not a duty; it is a privilege. And the next thing I'll talk about would be our subsequent topics. And I remember Mr. President calling today and saying, COS, once we have this topic, don't confuse us again. Because once I hear one topic, once President says, so this is the topic for the next assembly, I'm like, oh my God, can we just take it tomorrow? Can we just have another one on Sunday? He says another one again, and I'm like, can we just have this one for Monday? And I'm pleased to announce, and I'm privileged again to announce that our next topic from Mr. President is, O God of creation. Basically, what we're doing is we are tapping into the creative mindset of God in our entrepreneurship journey. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I can see that it's on the screen. Oh God of creation. You know, of course, you know, these topics are not ordinary. They are always business and divinely, orchestrated. So we can't wait to hear this. And I'm sure that no one would miss this assembly every Saturday. And for the next one, after O God of creation, it is finished. The miracle of completion. It is finished. The miracle of completion. I know some people are already getting agitated and pumped up, and can't wait for the subsequent one. So guys, if you really want to be a part of this, don't forget, like I said, also donate. And please don't forget to always attend every 6 p.m. GMT +1. Please always check the time in your different countries to know what time it is there. GMT +1, 6 p.m. every Saturday. And of course, please don't forget to come with someone. All of these blessings, don't take it alone. It's free at the end of the day. So at least if that's what you can also give back to, please don't forget to come with someone. I would hand over the mic to Ms. Okoyemi, who will take us further towards closing today's session. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us today. I am Okoyemi Omoyele, and I will be taking you through the closing announcements. The Entrepreneurs Assembly holds every Saturday at 6 p.m. GMT +1, 8 p.m. CAT. Check your time zone so that you do not miss out. And also remember to set your reminder. We have interesting activities for each Saturdays of the month. Starting from the last Saturday of the month, we have the Entrepreneurs Virtual Market, where you get the chance to market your product and services, and an avenue to give your business the needed visibility to various entrepreneurs on our platforms and social media pages for possible customers, clients, and partners. Third Saturdays are for our fireside chats, where we get to connect with 5 wonderful African entrepreneurs across the continent doing exploits in their business. They share inspiring stories of their entrepreneurship journey, their challenges, and their success stories. Second Saturdays are days we have guest speakers comprising of international thought leaders, bringing their expertise and wealth of experience to the assembly, speaking across a variety of topics in various fields. And of course, the fourth Saturday is when we get to listen to our president and founder, Dr. Sumi Smart Francis, as he shares his wealth of knowledge on various topics, which are always inspiring and life-transforming moments. Trust me, you do not want to miss listening to him. Do well not to miss any of these power-packed Saturdays, and always use the link to join, www.ayaorganization.com/assembly, which has been dropped in the chat box for you. You can also share the link with your family and friends so that others can also enjoy what you are enjoying. Put it on your status and on your social media platforms. We also have a special set of people who have volunteered to serve in different capacities to make the assembly a success. We call them assembly leaders, as we believe that anyone who works towards the good cause of Africa is deemed a leader. To become an assembly leader, kindly chat up the number currently dropped in the chat box or send a direct message to the host. We constantly support entrepreneurs across the continent. You can be part of those who support the work that we do by donating to the organization. The donation link is posted in the chat box. Follow at AOIE Organization and African Young Entrepreneurs on all social media platforms to keep abreast of happenings in the organization. Have you done that? If you haven't, remember to do so immediately after the assembly. Don't leave yet, as there will be a short time for music where we get to dance and share moments of fun and laughter as we connect in the chat room while having spotlight on different people. This will take 5 to 10 minutes and you don't want to miss out. And of course, I'm looking forward to chatting with you in the comment section. See you next week.
Thank you, Okoyemi. Just before we take our slogan to leave, and like we said, do not leave yet. So a year of professionalism. One of the things we've said is we're using the assembly to practice our culture, our new professional habits. Whatever you start, we finish. So anything you go in life, in any meeting, you start from the beginning and you finish. That's how you do it from now. Your business, your entrepreneurship journey, anything, as long as you started, make sure you finish it. That's how we've been doing it in the family, and it's been working. For people who are just joining us, always do that. COS, my chief of staff wanted to turn this to, it almost sounded like a church when he was speaking. Anyway, guys, well, what you said also made sense, but like I said, give to a cause. It doesn't have to be AYE. That's one of the things you must know. Find a cause that appeals to you, give to a cause, practice it. So I support what you're saying, but it doesn't really have to be AYE. It can be any cause that your mind is driving you towards. I've got great news, amazing news, big news. I remember somebody said that she was in one of the conventions in AYE. Yes, it's always the biggest in the continent. And I've got amazing news. So if you are still here, you are lucky to hear this news. For those who are falling off, either with Wi-Fi or network, that means they sent your Wi-Fi to you to disconnect you from here in this announcement. A big news. The biggest convention ever that AYE would ever do in the history of AYE. In terms of planning for it, in terms of budget, in terms of location, in terms of every goddamn thing, it's coming up. And it's coming up. Anyway, it's coming up in the United States of America. We're going to be going with members. Yes, I see some people clapping and reacting. We're going to be going with members. The team is Africa Meets America. There's going to be business transactions, and business transformations, and fusion of African and American culture in business and social innovation. It's happening August 2024. Why are we telling everybody now? Because we're going to start planning. We go with a lot of members. So we designing something with the American Embassy for people coming from Africa. So I'm not saying somebody that want to run to America. Don't worry, I'm going to tie a rope on everybody and be holding you everywhere. But we're going to America. Like the Coming to America movie. So you can start posting Coming to America. But the reason why we're telling everybody, Ellie, proper planning is needed. We have to get your passport on time. It takes a lot of while before you get an appointment date in the US Embassy. You have to start doing all your paperwork early. So more information will come every month, and we'll tell you when we want to start collecting international passport and passport details. It's a 10-day visit to the United States. It's happening in Atlanta, Georgia. It's for only members and those who are even active in the assembly. So if you have been meeting in the assembly, there's no, if I cannot see you in the assembly, at least if I can know you in the assembly, and I know you have been coming, you've always been staying today, you can keep your word, then I can vouch for you. Is it you that one day we don't see and I'm going to vouch for you in America? No, that's to be those that are committed. So thank you so much, kids. I just wanted to make this announcement known. Plan for it, August 2024. If you're excited about this, thumbs up, thumbs up. If you're excited, I said the love from Ali Ibrahim. If you're excited, thumbs up, reaction buttons, love. You want to go to America, you want to show them how it's been done. This is an organization applying for you, so you're not even the one applying for yourself. Don't worry. Visa is on us. It's not a big deal. For 10 days, meet with collaborators, Pan-Africans in the United States, Atlanta, Georgia. You're coming to America. Thank you so much. Titi Lion, you dancing? Which one are you doing now? I hope somebody is not dancing that doesn't have a passport. There's somebody that from the dancing step, I just realized that step that this person is, I'm seeing. Make sure you have a passport before you start dancing, and make sure we do things. Well, we'll guide you and let you know what you would need. Stay tuned, be committed, be a seen member, so that they won't say, who are you? We can't vouch for you. Be a member that is seen. The closing mantra, let's take it from where? Let's take it from anyone from, let's go to South Africa. Tegu Faso. Give us the closing mantra. I call on you to give us the closing mantra to take us out. And DJ Kit will play some music. Spotlight will be on us for 5 minutes. Wait till that 5 minutes. Dance. Drop your details in the chat session. Connect with somebody and meet someone new on the chat session. And when the spotlight is on you, you will see something that shows a notification. Ignore that notification. Just start smiling and dancing. Teko Faso, take us out.
Good evening, lovely African brothers and sisters. Our closing mantra is quite simple. We said it in our opening mantra. So I'm going to ask us to hold our hands like this. And I'm going to say if we can achieve this much alone, and you're gonna respond by saying how much more we can achieve together, So African young entrepreneurs, if you can do this much alone, how much
more can we achieve together?
You're rocking with the best.
This is Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, where African entrepreneurs at home and in the diaspora come together to connect, collaborate, and build strategic partnerships. Join us now.
I'll be on the phone, calling you tonight. I wanna make you show me, make we know the fight. I don't wanna sleep alone, wanna hold you tight. But I fool my eyes, but I'll be alright. Forever, on my laptop, on my keto, on my sheet on. Say them go feel it, them go run it down, them go hold it, them go. Say them go feel it, them go run it down, them go hold it, them go.
tate iyalifuna Napoli Puma Louis Sele 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 yeah 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 Sele 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 Napoli tate iyalifuna Napoli Puma iyalifuna Louis Sele Napoli tate iyalifuna Louis Sele
You're rocking with the best.
This is Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, where African entrepreneurs at home and in the diaspora come together to connect, collaborate, and build strategic partnerships. Join us now.